Welcome to Oceanside Yoga with Anna Kay. Today, we will be doing a 45-minute stretch for emotional release. There are many places that emotions can get stuck inside of our bodies, and these postures will help relieve some of that tension and encourage release. Please find a comfortable seat, either in a chair or down on your mat, and we will begin with some deep breathing. So first, I'm going to take my right arm, wrapping it up around my head, slowly tilting my head towards that arm, fingertips coming to the base of my skull at the top of my neck. Now you can deepen this stretch by how far you decide to pull. Now I'll take my left arm, wrapping it around my ribs, crossing my chest, and holding on to the side of my body. Now if you can look up with your gaze, and we're going to sit in this neck stretch for about 30 seconds. Let's release our fingertips, and we're going to turn our head so that our cheek reaches our bicep. We're going to rewrap our head and give it just a small pull, only as far as it feels good for you. Let's release our arms, and we will move over to the other side. So now I'm taking my left arm, wrapping it up and around my head, tilting my head towards that left arm, fingertips meeting the base of my skull. Now my right arm is going to cross my ribs, holding on to the side of my body. If you'd like to send your gaze upward, and we'll sit here for 30 seconds. Let's release our fingers on our head, turning our gaze so that our cheek meets our bicep, and then we'll rewrap our head, pulling only as far as it feels good for you. Let's release, lower our arms, and come back to center. Let's give ourselves a big hug here. So we'll start by opening our arms nice and wide, and then crossing the right arm on top of the left, reaching across, dropping our head, and we'll give ourselves a big squeeze. You deserve this hug. Let's release our arms, getting nice and wide again, taking up all the space you can. And we'll cross our arms over. Now left on top of right, big hug, and we'll drop our head. Let's release both our arms, bringing our hands down to our knees, and we'll do some shoulder circles. So picking up our shoulders high, we'll circle them back, squeezing together our shoulder blades, and continue on the circle. If you'd like to have your fingertips connected to your knees, you can. We carry so much on our backs at all times. Here you can imagine as you circle around, you're picking up all of those problems and worries. And as you lower your shoulders, you're shrugging it all off, letting it fall off your arms like rain. Let's reverse the circle, sending the shrug back, up, and forward. Let's finish up our circle. Bring our hands back to our knees. Now we'll do our seated cat and cow. So we get to listen to our breath here again. So we'll go nice and slow. As we inhale, we'll open our chest, sending our fingers back on our legs, shoulder blades together, chest open, and we'll look up. And as we exhale, we'll curve through our spine, through our shoulders, dropping our head. And here you can press into your spine as much as you want, using your hands as an anchor on your knees. We'll inhale as slow as we can, opening. Exhale, pushing out all of that air as we curve. We'll do one more of each and meet back at center. Well done. Let's send our arms up high, getting as tall as you can, hips grounded, reaching out of our lower back. We'll drop our right hand down to our side as we move to our side bend. Now I want you to focus on lifting up out of your hip first, expanding the ribs, reaching with your hand. And when you can't get any taller, then we will fold over. Breathe deep into your ribs. And we're going to add some movement to this side bend. So I'm going to bring my hand just for a little bit further away to support me. My left hand is going to drop down to the ground as I gently twist towards my right side. And then that left arm is going to flow open and slightly back, opening my chest. Gaze follows it behind. Now we'll go through that a couple of times, closing as we twist, opening, keep going. This is a practice in deciding maybe to keep your heart open, even though you have many reasons not to. Your heart is precious. It doesn't deserve to ache forever just because you went through a hard time. We can choose to open ourselves back up to the world, not because they deserve it, but because we do. Let's get nice and tall once more, both hands reaching up high. And we'll move over to the other side. So now my left hand comes down beside me. My right arm reaches up out of my hip, taking up all of that space. And when you can't get any taller, we will move into that side bend. Remember your deep breath. Use it anytime you feel tension coming into your body or your heart. When you're ready, we'll flow through that movement. So I'm taking my left hand just a little bit further away, twisting my right hand down towards my left side, and then opening up my body, reaching slightly back, following with my gaze. Continue on, twisting to close, rising and opening. One more close. One more open. And we will bring ourselves back to center. Let's move on into a spinal twist. So So I'm going to take my left hand, crossing it over my body to my right knee, standing up nice and tall. I'm going to open up my right shoulders behind me, hand behind me supporting, also helping to press open the twist as far as I want. And we'll sit here for a couple of moments. Let's release our head, keeping our body where it is, and we're going to turn our gaze over our left shoulder or our front shoulder. Now releasing our head, we're going to flow through this spinal twist, and we're going to lift our arm towards our opposite knee. So as I inhale, I'm going to lift my back arm up and over towards my left knee. And I'm going to move back into that spinal twist. Inhale as I lift my arm, pulling out of my hip. Exhale to twist. Keep going all on your own time. Flowing through the movement like we flow through the phases of life. All things temporary. Nothing is permanent. Soon all of our problems will have flowed so far out of sight, we won't even be able to see them anymore. Let them come and let them go. One more. Unwinding our body, preparing for the other side. So now I will take my right hand, reaching for my left knee, sitting up nice and tall, reaching back with my left hand, twisting my body, looking out over the back shoulder. Twists are great for digestion. A lot of us, when we begin to get upset, really affects our stomach and our digestive system. So twists are a way to gently massage our insides, push anything through that might be stuck. So it's good for first thing in the morning or anytime you're feeling a little bit uneasy. Let's keep our body where it is and turn just our gaze over our front shoulder. Let's release our neck, and we'll flow through that twisting movement. So my back arm is going to come up and over, left arm reaching towards the right knee, and then flowing back to that twist. Inhale as I flow forward, Exhale to that twist. Inhale, flowing. Exhaling and releasing. Let it come and let it go. We'll do one more. Inhale and exhale. And bring ourselves back to center. Well done. Let's take a nice deep breath here. And we'll move on to our legs. So we're going to do a forward fold. But we'll do one leg at a time so we can really give ourselves a little extra love. So I'm going to have my left leg out straight in front of me. I'm going to bend my right leg at the knee and put my right foot against my inner left thigh. Now, whenever we do any type of forward fold, we need to lift the flesh off of our bottoms, so we're right on our sit bones. We want to try to bend first from our hips before anything else. When our hips can't go any further, then we can release our spine. So facing to our leg, we'll start folding. Go as far as it feels comfortable for you. If you want, you can have your hands supported on your leg, on your calf. You can also walk forward with your fingertips to deepen the stretch. You can grab hold of your foot, whatever feels right for you. This is where you practice identifying what you need so you can take care of whatever it is that you need. Doesn't matter that it's small, it matters. You matter. And you're worth listening to. It is important that you're comfortable. You adjust as many times as you need in this posture and in life until you know that you are aligned with what you need. Let's slowly start to bring ourselves back out. And now leaving the left leg straight, I'm going to turn my body so that my leg is now out to the side. And we're going to keep that right foot into the center of our body with the knee bent. We'll get nice and tall here and turn this into a side bend. So I'm going to take my left arm, or the same arm as my extended leg, and I'm going to tuck my thumb underneath my leg to help anchor me down, and then my elbow is going to be pressing on the inside of my thigh. If this is enough to keep your body open, you can stay right here, because we're practicing not collapsing into our hearts, but keeping our hearts open and our backs open. If this feels good for you, stay here. Or we can also reach over with our right arm, keeping lots of length still in our hips and our ribs, and we'll reach the right hand towards the left foot. You can also have your hand behind your head with a bent elbow. Can help press you open, whatever you feel comfortable with. Remember your big deep breath, how you can use it anytime you need to come back to a feeling of calm, especially when you're in tense situations. If you've learned how to use your breath to calm you, there's almost nothing that can get you down. Nothing that can come for you that you can't work through. Let's bring ourselves back up. And we're going to take our left foot and bring it into reach and meet our right foot, landing in a butterfly. We're going to rest here for just a moment. Let's turn this into a restorative pose. Let's reach forward with our hands and try to find a way to rest here. So you can adjust your feet if they're too close to your body. You can send them further away. It's okay if your knees are up. But we want to find a place for our upper body to relax. Come down to your forearms. You can even be hugging a pillow. Let's just take a breather here. Let's take one more deep breath and we'll move over to the other side. Pressing ourselves back up when you're ready, and then we'll move to the opposite leg. So now I'm going to turn my body so that my right leg is straight out in front of me, and my left foot's coming into my inner thigh with a bent knee. Let's sit up nice and tall, picking up the flesh from our bottoms, reaching up nice and high into the sky, before hinging forward at the hips, reaching towards our foot. You find your perfect resting place, and we will sit here for a while. Remember, you can adjust as many times as you need to feel comfortable. Remember, you are not stuck in anything in life. You can move on whenever you need, whenever it's your time. You are not stuck. You can find a way. Let's slowly begin pressing ourselves back up. keeping our right leg where it is. We're going to turn open with our body so that our leg is now out to the side. Left leg is now in front of us, bent. So now I'm taking my right thumb, sticking it under my leg to anchor me down, and pressing against my thigh with my right elbow. Now you can stay here if this is enough for you with your chest and heart open. Or if you want more, we can reach up and over with our arms and add that nice side bend. Just a few more moments. Let's bring ourselves back up, and we'll turn our body so we can come to both of our knees, and we're going to sit back into a child's pose. So knees can be together or apart, sitting back with our hips. Arms come out long in front of us, finding length in the spine. And then you can drop your head and come back to the deep breathing. Just a few more moments here. When you're ready, we're going to pick up our body, coming back to that tabletop position. We're going to move to our pigeon pose. This is one of the more intense hip stretches, but it releases the most emotion. So we're going to sit in here for a little while. To set up, I'm going to bring myself up to plank, and then I'm taking my right knee and bringing it to my right wrist, and my right ankle will be at my left wrist. Come here however it's best for you. You can place your feet down with your hands. Now our hips should try to stay squared to the front of the mat. It's okay if there's space underneath our hips towards the ground. We can keep ourselves up like this if this is enough of a stretch in your hips. But if you want more, or if you can do more, let's bring ourselves down to our forearms or down to our face. Sometimes I have to work my way through. I'll start up high and work my way down. But we really want to sit in this one, and we're going to do it for a full minute. Now, though this is the most intense, it's one of the most beneficial hip stretches for release of emotions, because most of our emotions are stuck in our hips. So after sitting in this for an extended period of time, a lot of people will have large emotional releases, sometimes even the next day. But what I like most about it is it teaches me that I can feel tension and a sort of discomfort, but I can still be safe at the same time. We're almost there. When you're ready, and start bringing ourselves back up. And we can unwind our legs, coming back to all fours. Let's do a couple hip circles here, just to release any tension that we may feel on that right side. Big circles. And then we will prepare for the other side. Coming back to plank whenever you're ready. Now I'm bringing up my left knee to reach my left wrist, and my right wrist meets my left ankle. You can keep your body up, chest up, if this is what's comfortable to you. And whenever you're ready, you can work your way down to your forearms, face, whatever feels nice. Another reason I love this posture is I get to practice telling myself that it's okay to let go. My hips will be shaking, every muscle trying to hold on as long and as tight as it possibly can. And I have to give it permission to let go. How many times are we holding on to things that do not serve us, do not make us feel good? We do not enjoy it, and yet we're holding on, white-knuckling it. Why do we do this? Maybe we can look at some of these things and say, you know, I think it's time to let you go. It doesn't make me feel good to hold on like this. Maybe I can give myself permission to just release. And we'll begin pressing ourselves up, unwinding, coming back to all fours. And we'll do some hip circles now with that left side. Whenever you're ready, we'll make our way down to our backs. Let's get nice and long. Let's reach out our feet, reach out our hands overhead, taking up all the space that we deserve. Now I'm going to release my hands, bringing up my right knee to my chest, giving it a big squeeze. And we'll move over to our spinal twist. So I'm going to take that right knee in my left hand and pull my right leg over to my left side. Now your knee doesn't have to be touching the ground, just moving towards it. Your hand can keep it still. Try to keep both shoulders down on the ground, and our right arm will be open to a T, gaze looking over the right shoulder. We'll begin to unwind, coming back to center, stretching out both hands overhead again, resetting our spine. And we'll move over to the left. Bring our left knee into our chest, giving it a squeeze. And then we'll take that left knee and cross it over our body to our twist. Left arm and gaze out over our left side. Let's slowly unwind. Bring yourselves back to center. And this time we will hug in both knees to our chest. Rock back and forth. Give ourselves a little self-love. Our last posture will be our happy baby. So knees will come apart. Peace fingers will reach for our big toes and we'll pull our knees in towards our armpits. When you're ready, we can release our hands, release our legs, and take a big deep breath. You made it. Thank you for joining me for this emotional release. Please give yourself a big thank you for taking time for yourself today. You are worthy of all the good and beautiful things this life has to offer. If you enjoyed this practice, please subscribe to the channel for more Oceanside yoga and meditation. Thank you.